Where's the cat? What? Ketchero, what are you retarded? Obviously. Which way did it go? Now we'll never find out who the ghost is. I hope.
Fast cars, fast girls, fast life. Every night, Richie B, initial D. Yeah, let's go. It's a really long shot, but I feel like
Good evening. This is the inaugural episode of Beer and Big-Eyed Girls. Episode 1 for the month of March with Rick.
And Quinn. You can just call me Q if you like.
Q, Quinn, Rick, whatever we need to go with. So, Quinn, how you been?
Tired. Very tired.
Know that feeling? Very, very, very well. I actually haven't slept yet, so...
Truthfully, I slept like a dead man until basically an hour before I texted you.
Yeesh. So, the beer we are drinking today is...
Kirin.
Ichiban.
Yes, Kirin's Ichiban Prime Brew. Brewed for good times. And this is good times.
Yes, sir, yes, sir, yes, sir. We'll be bringing on a little guest in a moment. Just wanted to give this bad boy a little test here, see how everything sounded together.
And I think I'm sounding pretty nice. How about you?
I like the way I sound. I'm not popping my peas as much as I thought I would.
I'm not going to say anything about you popping in wood. Anyway.
So, it's the inaugural episode, man. What the fuck are we supposed to be talking about?
Well, let's see. We can jump on to just into the swing of it. What out of all the anime, manga, whatever you have seen, would you say is your favorite?
It's a very, very, very tough question.
Hey, first time, gotta go out swinging.
Yeesh. I'm gonna go with, it's funny, like, I can go one or two ways with this. It's like, I can say the standard issue dude answer, which is Cowboy Bebop. Who doesn't love Cowboy Bebop? It's Cowboy Bebop.
But weren't you disappointed? It seemed like Cowboy Bebop sort of ended on a bland note.
That movie was so badass.
Yeah, the movie was badass, but it sort of gave you the whole, Firefly Serenity thing. It's like, okay, the show sort of just dropped off, but then you have this nice, awesome movie, and you're like, oh, cool, but now I want the show to pick up where the movie left off. Damn it.
You don't get that. They don't do that to you.
Yeah, no, they never do.
So the whole point of this podcast, the mission statement, if you will, behind the blog, the podcast, and everything else, is we are an anime podcast built, created, designed, and everything else for people who like beer and anime.
In other words, full-fledged adults.
Yeah, this is something that's actually a little uncommon when it comes to anything having to do with anime or anything of any sort when it comes to this entire subgenre group or anything else.
It's like, I have a job. I have outside anime friends. I have things that, as an adult male, I like to do. So, if I'm watching anime and I say, I want a beer, guess what? I'm getting a beer.
Yeah, and, we're not saying that we're not welcoming to people who are not adults. Anybody's allowed to be involved. We're totally cool with that. But my biggest thing, Quinn's biggest thing, and our biggest creation about this is you have tons of places to go. Tons. There are thousands and thousands and thousands of kids crying at their keyboard right now to have you read about their Oni-chan blogs. They're willing to do it any day of the week. You can sit there and read for hours and hours and hours about how great something that's pretty much trash is.
And just to get this out of the way, yes, Naruto is awesome. Yes, Sasuke is awesome. No, Naruto and Sasuke should never get involved. Sakura is a useless character, but hey, she worked as far as getting the anime and the manga progressing. And Hinata, yes, they're eventually going to get married. So anybody who wants to talk about, oh, I think Sakura sucks, or I think Naruto, should just dump Sakura, whatever. You know what? Get over it. It's done.
And this is actually the greatest breakdown of the podcast, because everything he said, I don't understand except for the word Naruto. Because he's the shonen guy. That's his job. I'm the seinen guy.
I love anime manga that is basically involved as far as action, martial arts, mechs, things of that nature, and something I can basically veg out to while I am waiting to either go to work or get off of work.
And I'm kind of the opposite end on this one. I like the, more action-oriented stuff, the samurai stuff, the more violent horror stuff, moe, anything of that type of genre. That's where I actually take hold.
Yeah. And speaking of that, the only real action, horror, samurai thing that I really am sort of involved in, I can't remember the name of it, but it's a very disturbing manga about samurai, and it starts off basically as a tournament, and there's two guys, and they've already fought each other. One of them is blind and has a deformed foot. The other one has full sight, but he only has one arm and very developed abnormal back muscle. Can't remember the name of it, but you should check it out. It's very bloody and gory and twisted and weird.
And I will have you watch Dance of the Vampire Bun, and then you'll call me a pedophile.
Okay.
But that's kind of what we're getting at here is, if you're kind of into any of these sides, you're welcome in. You know what I mean? You like shoujo, jose, we got no issues, no problems. Come on in. Everybody's welcome. But if you're going to sit here and whine and moan because your parents didn't pay attention to you, get the fuck out. We don't want you.
Trust me, if you can hear in the background, we already have enough whining and moaning, and that's coming from the dog, so shush.
Yeah. But with this inaugural podcast comes the great joy of asking Quen, what is the manga you're currently reading?
That is a very loaded question because I usually, like I said, I have 8 hours. I work nights just like you, so I'll have 8 hours of just trying to find something to read. And of course, I go with the staples of shonen, which are the Bleach, One Piece, Naruto. Also, there's the Fairy Tail, and let's see what else.
Yeah, I find it hilarious that we both just intercepted loving freezing to death.
Reading so much that sometimes I just go like, okay, what do I have that will keep me occupied for any number of time, any amount of time? That means it basically has to have more than 10 chapters, 10 episodes. Otherwise, it's gonna be a flash in the pan. Okay, I read it, I'm done, and now I have to learn something else. But yeah, it's one of my favorites that needs to come out more often is finding Ippo.
Okay. I've actually read that.
It's pretty awesome. It's one of the few ones that has just progressed to the point where it's like it has reached over 1,000 chapters. And it's reached over 1,000 chapters, and it didn't just say, okay, we're going to go on to Ippo Champion Series and just create a whole nother anime or a whole nother manga just because they want to, break it up. No, this is what we are. This is where we're going. And I respect them for that.
I back in the olden days got really into collecting Ippo on DVD, and they came out in singles. Yeah, single episodes, like $20 a disc. It's pretty awful.
Yeah.
And I ended up not catching the last few volumes. So when I was getting my life situated type of deal, I ended up selling all of it. And I ended up making a pretty penny off of it, but I kind of really wish I still had it because they're impossible to find now.
Yeah.
Now, we're going to take a break right here, and we're going to be bringing on a guest in a little bit. So you guys sit back, relax, from our good friend, Quen 59.
We apologize we apologize.
So let me give you a backstory on Quen 59. His name is Walter Briggs. Walter Briggs. Look him up, find him, annoy him.
Throw pennies.
I met him at an anime convention last year. We kind of talked. I was just being nice to the guy, but, we did that whole, look me up on Facebook. I'll look you up on Facebook type of deal.
Never ends well.
Yeah. he just hasn't left me alone. And he's...
Sounds like one of my ex-girlfriends.
Yeah, but he's a dude and about 8 years younger than me, so it's kind of... So we're going to take a break right now. We'll probably be bringing on a guest, but enjoy. Right now, we're just going to apologize for what we're about to play for you guys. He really wanted to be on the podcast. He's a pretty terrible person, and we don't respect, represent, or like any of the things that he says, but we figured we'd have the other side on as well, and have the people who, are the people who are into this stuff a little bit more hardcore than we are speak as well. So
we want to represent you all.
But I'd just like to note that the views of him do not represent our podcast, do not represent what we're about or anything like that. So please just keep that in mind. Thank you, and we'll see you in a moment.
Hey guys, this is Fan59. These guys are stupider than a flux capacitor on a TARDIS, and as such, they don't make any sense. They gave me a chance to speak, so I'm gonna rock this place harder than a Dragon Ball Z silk t-shirt. Male heterosexual moe fans are frequently being made fun of, being called man children, basement dwellers, etc. It seems that any anime journalist that gets paid actual money for this content have a negative view of heterosexual moe fans, but have gone to the record as saying they support homosexual marriage and have homosexual fans. So there's this weird morality they have where heterosexual moe fans are sexist and misogynic, or at least by supporting such content. So, there is a disapproval of moe fans adhering to traditional sex roles, while the same person who disapproved of moe fans for that embraces homosexual relationships, either actually by the way of approval for their friends and others to do so. No one really watches these shows for the plots, and I'm no different. I just want to see cute girls doing cute shit. I just want to fap to the what I watch.
So we're back. Second segment. We do apologize about Fan59 yet again. Yeah.
I'm so sorry.
Yeah, we promised him that we would give him a chance, and yeah, you may or may not hear him back again. It depends on just the crazy shit he says.
Or how much he pays me.
Yeah. So, second round, we're drinking the second beer, Sapporo Reserve. Comes from the Shellman's Brewery in Canada.
Yes, Japanese beer in Canada. Don't think too much into that.
Yeah, we'll let that be. But, second segment, since this is everybody's first episode, we'll be watching at least three episodes of one anime, and we'll be doing 7 chapters of one manga a month. So, we can read more, we can watch more, but we have to do at least 3.
And 7. And it's basically a test of endurance. Can you withstand just those chapters or those episodes? If you can't, it is a failure.
So, the first thing that we're going to do is the manga, which is Black Lagoon, which I think is at 58 chapters right now.
Something like that, I think so.
Yeah, and I've never read the manga. I've seen the anime, like, way too many times, but...
Yeah, I haven't really watched any complete episodes of the actual anime, and I haven't read the manga. Failure on my part, but I'm hoping to.
I'm been wanting to read the manga since I saw the anime, so I'm excited to actually do this. And then the anime I'm going to let you handle.
Okay, the actual anime that we're going to watch is Senran Kagura. And I can read the description for everyone's, reference. Curvy Asuka and her girlfriends are typical high school students, except that they're secretly learning the ways of the ninja. Get an education in action-packed naughtiness and sexy slapstick fun as Asuka's gorgeous gang takes on the hardest hitting and hottest fighters in town.
So what also makes this segment extra special is we are used to this. This doesn't bother us. But we have an outsider who's coming in.
An initiate, if you will.
Yeah. Our buddy Face. Say hi, Face.
Hi.
He's agreed to do this with us. And to see kind of as almost an endurance test of himself.
You said there would be a check?
Applaud his bravery.
Face's literal amount of anime he's actually watched is, give or take, he's seen like the Triguns and everything like that. You know, what you would expect, right?
G.I. Joe is anime, right? Technically.
But he's actually an American comic book fan, so that's kind of more of his deal.
Yeah,
so
that's
this
my
would be
thing.
a nice little interesting cross-section for him, because Black Lagoon is easily translatable as an American comic.
It's very palatable, yeah.
Yeah.
I just feel like such an outsider in so many ways. Like, you guys are talking about this anime. I have no idea what you're talking about. You're drinking your fancy beer, and I'm on this other end. I'm drinking my Miller Lite, and I'm painting my Cyclops visor.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's what we're working with.
But this is an interesting test. We'll see how it goes.
Yes.
It's definitely, you know, we're trying to keep things open right now with this podcast. And also, you're really drinking a Miller Lite?
There was nothing else. Like, it was either Miller Lite, Bud Light, or Mick Ultra. My parents have beer taste for shit. Yeah, that silence.
I need to just set their game up on that one.
Yeah, son.
While I take pity on you and drink my own Sabra.
Jesus, that looks so good right now. I'm drinking
Very
just
smooth, very tasty.
water. I'm just about to just step it up, just be wet, because like, well, looks like I'm having whiskey for breakfast.
I would almost feel better if you had a Samuel Adams. Almost.
We just get him a bottle of Hurricane.
See, that's the thing about, for me with beers, I'm very, very particular on the craft beers. I like a beer that has good taste, but at the same time is still drinkable. That's why I really like Sbarro.
Okay. For those who don't know, Face is actually not in the room. He's calling us from a secret location that we like to call Florida. So
Yeah.
if you don't know anything about Florida, basically that's where hurricanes go to breed. And bad weather is, prevalent when it's not sunny, yes.
What is hentai?
Hentai is anime, except it's for people 18 and up because it's pornographic. Horny aliens with tentacles that want to get intimate with human girls. It goes up the girl's vagina and in and out and does her.
Are the women, while this is occurring, are these human women enjoying these tentacles doing these weird things?
I actually can't tell. Sometimes they say stop or don't do it, but they don't try and free themselves, so I'm actually not sure.
If you were in a hentai, how would your hentai go? You were the star.
Okay. Let me think. I would be on a cruise ship.
Ooh.
And a storm came along, and we had to get in the lifeboat. And then somehow I get washed out of the lifeboat, and
You're adrift.
yes, and I end up in Japan. And I would be accustomed by the many beautiful anime Japanese women there.
The Coast Guard, the Japanese Coast Guard.
Yes.
And, well, you'd be saved by them. That's nice, but then I think something else might happen, wouldn't it?
Yes.
What would that be?
Obviously getting laid. The tentacle monsters would be the main antagonists of this hentai. I have on Final Fantasy-esque armor, and I have a awesome sword, and I do a I fight them off one by one until I reach the king, and the king is trying to do all my women, and basically I don't know what would happen, but
You slay him, of course.
yes, I would slay him with a special attack, maybe something like Sephiroth's Octaslash ability.
I'm upset. I'm not gonna lie to you. I'm upset. I just got some crazy news. If you see by the title, you know what I'm talking about. I'm upset. So apparently, physical distribution of Shonen Jump is gonna end next year. It's only a matter of time until manga is not physical anymore. Can you believe this? In favor of digital releases, Shonen Jump is ending in April, I believe, of 2012 with a farewell issue. Shonen Jump physical copies. You can only get them digitally at that particular point. They're saying, well, there's a plus side. We're only going to be a couple weeks behind the Japanese releases, so that'll be a big, big help. No. You see these right here? Shonen Jumps? Granted, I don't buy them every single time they come out. I miss an issue here or there, but I do buy Shonen Jumps whenever I feel like it. Whenever there's a cool cover, whenever I read something interesting while I'm walking through an aisle, and I'm like, hey, I'm gonna buy it. And now, physical distribution of these bad boys are done, which leads me to believe it's only a matter of time until physical distribution of actual mangas are done. These companies are getting me so sick with this penny-pinching bullshit attitude. Like, really? Ending this after so many years? People knew there was something fishy. Because I believe every single month for I don't know how many years there's always been an issue of Jump, and this year there was only 10 issues of Jump, I believe. And that's that they're including that, yeah, okay, November and December, everything's gonna go good. What is going on? Like, I'm just tired of it. It's the economical and the money. No. Sometimes it's about appeasing to what the fans want. I grew up watching these things and reading them and stuff. And now it's done just like that. You know, if you have an iPod or iPad, which I can easily go out and buy one. But now, like, everything is going digital, and I guess digital age, I'm not going to be like one of those purists. No, it's not. I have no problem with the digital age. I got a problem when they are taking these things away. That's when I have a problem. Because I love having my hardcovers. I love just laying down on my couch or laying down on my bed and reading one of these bad boys. And now it's like, you got to go on your digital tablet or something. No. My message to all these companies that are saying, you know, oh, it's better to go digital, we save more money, we get them more in a timely manner to you, is screw yourself.
They're somewhat of at a scramble right now. They're trying to find out what they can have to be the next big thing, because Naruto is coming to its, I guess, crescendo. It's somewhat coming towards an end. They're prolonging it greatly. They keep throwing in things to keep it progressing, but eventually it will have to end. And
did they hit that point that the series itself just hit that high point and there's really nothing they can do to top it, so they're just trying to drag assing, just trying to get as much money and as much stories out of it as possible?
No, I mean, basically, it's not that they've hit their high point. It seems that they basically followed their plan. They followed it to its ultimate fruition, which is what we're seeing now. It's coming to fruition. Everything seems to be following basically everything that they said in the beginning. They're bringing to the forefront. So you're having Naruto basically be, or Naruto, however you want to pronounce it. Basically, he is a key character in this giant ninja war, and all these things are progressing, and it's like, okay. He said in the beginning, I'm going to be the next Hokage. Everyone is looking up to him because he's this person who is standing against this evil tide. So you see basically what he said, him being Hokage or him leading, you know, ninja into an era of peace. You can see that happening. So it's basically coming to fruition. Everything is...
So the prophecy is slowly being fulfilled.
Exactly. And you also have Bleach. Also, somewhat coming towards an end. They followed a completely different plan, which was, I'm not sure where we're going to go with this, but they keep throwing in different segments where it's okay. This character is going to progress, and he progresses, and he overcomes this particular trial, and the next trial he progresses and overcomes that, and it goes on and on. And you're learning a little bit more about his past and where he comes from and everything. So it's sort of, you can tell that the end is near. The end is near in Bleach and Naruto. And the only, I guess what you call the big three of Shonen, One Piece, that's the only one that isn't close to its end date. You can't read the expiration basically on this one.
But the whole thing with One Piece too is, and it's the thing you gotta keep in mind about One Piece. One Piece is big in Asia.
Yeah.
It's big in parts of Europe. Everywhere else, it doesn't really matter.
Yeah, it doesn't. It isn't really It isn't really as big here as it is in other locations because it's. A lot of people see it as too campy and too.
It's wacky. I actually like One Piece. Of all those shows, that's actually one of my biggest fans.
Oh yeah, it's hilarious. It has great comedy elements, but it doesn't take itself too seriously. Every time there is a serious, point to One Piece, something hilarious happens either at that main scene or off to the left, and it's like, okay, what the hell?
For the longest time, I was actually using One Piece as like my bad day at work, not think show. You know what I mean? That was the come home and I'm put on episode 102 of One Piece because guess what? It doesn't even matter what's going on right now. I'll still get a laugh out of it.
Yes, you will always get a laugh out of One Piece. Whereas Bleach, if you're not following Bleach or Naruto closely enough, you will get lost.
Don't give me any crap. Just hand over a computer and no one gets hurt.
Why the hell should I? I'm not giving you guys anything.
Okay. Here's how this is gonna go down, boys, so try to pay attention.
What are you doing?
And one more shot!
What are you doing?
I have photographic evidence of blatant sexual harassment. If you don't want any of these pics to show up all over campus, hand over a computer and be quick about it.
This is ludicrous. You forced me to touch your breasts. I'm innocent, I tell you.
Wonder how many people are going to listen to your side of the story, you sexual harasser.
What? Hang on, all the club members here are witnesses.
That's right. Yeah, it wasn't his fault.
Then I'll tell everyone at school that all you geeks ganged up on her and her.
Are you out of your mind or something?
Well, Chief, you gonna hand it over or not?
That's... Take whichever one you want.
Get up, man. Get a hold of yourself. It's gonna be okay.
We'll figure this out.
It's one of those things where it's like, people grow attached to those characters and this and the other. So, I get where you're going with that. It's one of those things where it's like, that's kind of why I stay with seinen, because it's like shonen, you have a lot of that bullshit. And seinen, we don't really have that problem.
With seinen, you have a lot of more, from what I've seen, you have basically, okay, this is a staple, and they progress and almost end the series and then create the anime. Or if they're creating the anime is not coming out every single week.
Well, actually, the worst thing about seinen is you deal with, a lot of times they end in the middle.
Yes.
That's the horrible thing where it's like, you're getting 12 episodes, you're not getting any more. That's it. You're not getting, so we ended it at 12 episodes. Hopefully you'll get a second season. You're never going to get a second season. But hopefully maybe you'll get a second season. But you're never get a second season. That's what you deal with when we're saying it. We're just like, okay, we made these 12 awesome episodes. Maybe in 3 years when money's good, we'll make another set.
Or maybe a movie.
Yeah, if you're lucky. Or maybe we'll make a movie that's just a combination of all those episodes. Because they love to do that. But,
That's kind of fucked up.
Sorry about that.
Oh, air bubble.
It is kind of fucked up, but it's also, you're dealing in different economies. Like, what Quinn's talking about airs 7 days a week, or 6 days a week for kids. You know what I mean?
Something like that.
Well,
yeah.
Teenagers, right? And what I watch airs at 3 o'clock in the morning for otaku. You know what I mean?
Yes, and as we all know, otaku don't sleep.
What are you doing?
I'm doing for cosplay.
Holy shit, are you wearing makeup? You never wear makeup.
I'm doing for cosplay. Aw shit, my wig came in. Oh shit, this shit gonna be so fine on me. What the fuck is this?
It's funny too, because
I know you turn into this this old man at the convention. It's like, I'm not sure that's secure and safe. Is that follows safety protocol?
what's the character, the blonde haired girl who kind of looks like a pig, and she wears a short skirt in Soul Eater? No, that looks like a pig, but she has a very interesting kind of almost Disney-esque art style.
I want to say Manga, but
she's the one with the gigantic sheath.
Manga.
Yeah. Like,
I was hoping you were going to use a different word there.
Sheets of hers tied to the top of minivans. It's ridiculous.
Yeah.
Just like you're sitting there just driving down the road, it's just like you see this gigantic sheath just tied to the top of the vehicle. Like, they're going to the anime convention.
Yeah. I find that, some of the easiest, not really easiest, I'm not going to put down anybody who, say I put in 2 years or however much to make their character. Some of the easiest characters for people to have at convention, and I know somebody's going to say something wrong about this, but you have, the schoolgirl, Japanese schoolgirl, like Blood, or
anything from K-On! Or anything like that.
Ikitosen, or basically any Japanese schoolgirl that's like, oh, that's going to be easy for me because I go to Catholic school, or I went to Catholic school, I still have the skirt, I still have the dress. It's like, really? Couldn't put in more of that. Couldn't try to come up with something completely different.
I mean, you're talking to a cosplayer too, and I agree with you, Quinn, 1,000%.
Yes.
I mean, it's just seeing these people just be in costume, both as far as in the comic book universe and the anime universe, and I walk around the con and I spent months building my Doctor Doom costume, and I'm walking around and I see people. I was like, you're not even fucking trying, are you?
I feel like I've been waiting for this all my life. The day I can finally have a drink with my daughter.
This is your first time drinking sake, huh?
Yes, it's a new experience for me.
Nagisa, no need to force yourself, okay?
No, I can have 1 cup at least. I have to, for Dad's sake.
Nagisa, you have no idea how proud I am to call you my daughter.
Booze really means a lot to you.
Here I go.
Woo-hoo-hoo! Just look at her go!
You look dizzy. Are you all right?
Hey, Tomoya, you're so far away. Why are you spinning?
Huh?
I like you up close.
You're drunk already, huh?
I'm not drunk. How dare you?
I hate to break it to you, but that's what all drunks say.
Tomoya.
You two are so lovey-dovey.
I don't think lovey-dovey is the word for this.
Hey, Tomoya.
Yes?
I see you staring at my mom. You cut that out.
What the heck are you talking about?
Yeah, Tomoya, what's the deal, huh?
Huh? Oh, now you've got Sanai drinking too. Great.
Oh, my, Tomoya. Could it be that you've taken an interest in little old me?
Bored with me already, Tomoya?
Whoa, here comes the cat fight.
One of those cats is your wife, you know.
Come on, Tomoya. Who do you like better?
Oh, my. Is he going to confess his love to me?
What do you mean? Of course
Big Sanai. Her boobs are bigger.
Hey, Betty. What are you getting all flustered about, huh?
That proves he likes Sanai after all.
No. No, it's not that. I mean, I like you as a person, you know.
What the hell did I do to deserve this? All right, I think we've teased the boy enough. Who cares if he likes you or not? You got me, don't you?
I wasn't teasing him. I was serious. I might be interested myself.
What?
Make up your mind,
Don't leave me, Sinai. I need your love.
Thank you guys for listening. We do apologize for the audio issues. When you're testing out new equipment, sometimes it doesn't work out exactly the way you want it. We'll be working on that, fixing that in the future. But, thank you for bearing with us, and thank you for making it this long. You can always check our website, and you post comments, whatever the hell you want. That's fine. And if you have a problem with it, or had an issue with the podcast, we don't care. Just to make sure you're aware. No fucks are given by us when it comes to this stuff. This is a for fun type deal. There's no profit or anything like that looking to be made here, and honestly, if you are offended or this and the other, don't care. Sorry. There are other podcasts out there that you can listen to. Endcast is very good. Otaku Generation is very good. Otaku in Review is very good. There are lots of great podcasts if you don't like this brand of humor. AWO is a very good anime podcast as well. You can listen to any of those and, you're not going to probably be offended. Don't listen to the other side. I'm not saying it's a bad podcast. I actually really like the other side. But if you find us offensive, well, they're extremely offensive in comparison to us. So, hey, thank you for listening. Thank you for making it this far. And have a great day.
Wanna put you in a trance. Let's party.